Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we're going to be talking about Beta Ray Bill, but before we do that, I have a few tips for you. First of all, if you're trying to make the most out of your Future Pass and you're trying to grind through it as fast as possible to get to those level 50 rewards, being those rank up tickets, one easy way to get points, and you don't even have to spend much time because, as we know, most of the content in Marvel Future Fight is stale and boring and you don't want to play it. You just want to click through it and be done, so to play another game, to go do something else. So anyways, go into the world event when it's available, click ready, click on the big ready button on the left, and then click OK. That will net you your 50 Future Pass points, and you don't even have to play. And there we go, I've improved it. Secondly, a few people have mentioned this to me already, and I did notice, but I didn't mention it in a video, so I do want to mention it now. They took Cosmic Ghost Rider's bike out. Now, it's an interesting thing because we did make fun of it and roast it a lot because the bike looked terrible and it was very low res, and it will be interesting to see if the bike comes back, if they're going to remodel the bike and actually make it look high res like, you know, it's supposed to look because it's his model and it's the character, right? If the bike ends up looking like him, then it's going to look nice. Or it'll be interesting to see if they just get rid of it completely and they never bring it back. Now, some people might think that it's not a big deal. And I realize that players who don't think it's a big deal that the bike is gone, it's not a big deal that the bike is gone, but players in general, and I'm not getting mad at those players, or I'm not trying to start, like, you know, a war or whatever within players, but I just wanted to say this. If it doesn't bother you that they took the bike out, it may be that you just don't have any expectations for the game. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to have, but that could be why you experience a disconnect when I go on rants or other people go on rants on the forums or on Facebook or Reddit or Twitter. You're like, what's wrong with the game? The game seems fine to me. It may be because you don't have any expectations for this game. As a product of how I was raised, as a product of society, as a product of my personality, and as a product of me pumping thousands of dollars into this game, hundreds of thousands of, maybe hundreds of thousands of hours, and also years, I've come to have high expectations for this game, and the game currently isn't meeting them. So on the one hand, I'm glad that they took the bike out because it does indicate that they're listening to us on some level, but if they don't bring it back, then that's a really bad sign. I would take them not bringing the bike back as a sign that they probably don't have enough staff. So that does not bode well for the future of the game, but we'll have to wait and see. And that's just, of course, my speculation. That's not something that I can prove or guarantee. Anyways, the video is not about Cosmic Ghost Rider or expectations. That kid from Great Expectations, what's his name, Charlie? Anyways, Beta Ray Bill. So this is really funny. I had this idea for a video. I got to this part in the Epic Quest where a lot of you are going to get 72% done of the Epic Quest, and you're going to get to this garbage research mission. And when I say garbage research mission, it actually doesn't give you a lot of information because there are a ton of garbage research missions in the Epic Quest. This is by far the worst Epic Quest. This is by far the laziest Epic Quest. And this is by far the most annoying Epic Quest. So kudos to the Marvel Future Fight Netmarble team. You have outdone yourselves with how lazy and how lame this Epic Quest is. It's basically just a bunch of research missions. That's all it is. And I'm at the research mission that I just do not want to do. I have to use 8 blast books and I have to use 800 Essence of Dimension. And this doesn't even actually give me tier 3 Star-Lord. This is not the tier 3 Star-Lord quest. By completing this quest, I'm going to get a whopping 50 energy. Again, if you have no expectations for this game, what I just said is fine. But for most players, what I just said sounds insane. You want me to spend 8 blast books and 800 Essence of Dimension for 50 energy. I understand that other quests have, you know, better rewards, but this is insane. You guys should have realized how ugly and stupid this looks. You know, imagine if I don't have the deluxe pack. It looks even worse. This should be like crystals or something. You should have shuffled around the rewards so that anything. This is just so dumb. 5 years into the game and you guys are making these mistakes. You're just lazy copying and pasting. You're not double checking things, and no one with any heart, or any brain is actually going in and thinking about these things before they go live. Because if anyone with a heart or a brain, or hopefully both, over at Netmarble Monster, were to actually look at themselves and say this sentence back to themselves in Korean or in English, spend 8 combat records, or sorry, 8 Titan records, 8 Blast Titan records, and 800 Essence of Dimension, and get 50 energy. If they say that back to themselves, they would sound insane. So anyways, a lot of you guys are going to get to this part in the Epic Quest, and you're going to stop, like I have, because you do not want to spend this. You want to use those blast records on Professor X, because you invested 4,500 crystals into him, and you played Danger Room to unlock him tier 2. Or you're saving these blast books for Sharon Rogers, or you're saving these blast books for Magneto or Cyclops, or maybe Scarlet Witch. A lot of people like her. There's so many better options than Toilet Boy. And Toilet Boy, Star-Lord, you don't even get him for spending the blast book. So it's a real kick in the dick. So you're going to stop. So what can you do with a level 50 Beta Ray Bill then? That's what we're going to find out. I am going to be exploring the game as best as I can with a level 50 4-star awakened Beta Ray Bill, because he can do some content, surprisingly. It's quite interesting. So let me run over the build with you now here. I'm going to upgrade his gears as much as I can. I don't know how far they can go. Okay, they can go up to 15. Nice. So it's not bad. You can get him to gear 15. You cannot go further than that, as you can see, because he needs to be level 52. But at the very least, you can spend Dimension Dust, or Dimension Debris, excuse me. There's Dimension Dust and Dimension Debris. And gear up kits to get his gears to 15. We're going to re-roll this one here. Now, what do we want to re-roll it to? Looking at his... Oh, by the way, there's also a bug where you can't see the overcapped stats for Beta Ray Bill. So many fun new additions in this game that we never asked for. So his cooldown and his ignore defense are actually both capped. I've got Power of Angry Hulk rolled ISO 8 set. I don't have an obelisk here, but I do have plenty of lightning damage obelisks that I can use. Okay, no, we don't, but we do have a lightning damage 140 proc, so I'm going to equip that on him. There we go. And then with the Power of Angry Hulk set, we have no type enhancement, we have no uniform, and then we cannot equip Uru, or we can equip Uru, but we cannot amplify the Uru. So we're just going to go ahead and give him some 4-star energy attack. This will just help us bump up his stats to a decent level. Luckily, because of the rest of his passive and gear options, he does have the two most important stats caps, which is cooldown and ignore defense. So we do not have to invest in those, which would be kind of annoying. But here we go with our level 50 5-star Beta Ray Bill. We are ranked 2,600, which is not bad. We have 12,000, almost 13,000 energy attack, and almost 16,000 HP. Pretty good. As far as the skills go, you do want to level them all up, but I don't believe... Oh, you can go all the way to level 6. Okay, awesome. You don't want to take that one to level 6. It doesn't matter there. But you do need to take Hammerstorm to level 6 for the increase reduction in... oh, no. It just has the immunity and the extra buff. And then Stormbreaker Strike is going to give you that up to minus 100 lightning resistance. Now, you don't have his last skill here, the Beta Ray Storm. And that skill is actually really cool, and it also has 2-second paralysis. Really nice skill. Shame we don't have that one unlocked, but he's still pretty good, and I think I'm actually higher ranked now. Almost rank 2,000. Look at that. Not many people playing this game at all, because the Epic Quest is trash. But anyways, check this out. We're going to go to stage 8 first, and we're going to test him against a universal relay. And now this is interesting for a couple of reasons. One, you're going to be able to see his damage no holds bars. This is, like I said, this is a 5-star level 50 Beta Ray Bill. This is what you can expect from your Beta Ray Bill if you don't want to go any further in the garbage Epic Quest. Okay, sorry, he doesn't do any damage. I made a mistake. Okay, this was not supposed to be the reveal. I was supposed to do this stage over here, this universal stage. Yes, okay, so I kind of goofed that up. But you will see that he does do damage to both Ghost Rider and Ronin. And this is an interesting thing to show you, not only because you get to see how much damage he does, but also you're going to see two other things. You're going to see, okay, so you can see how much damage he did to Ghost Rider. He annihilated Ghost Rider. And he's going to do the same thing to Ronin. Ronin is dead, so you can see I would have finished this stage in 11 seconds. But the other thing you can see is that besides his 5th skill, and you can see if I put this on autoplay, he does not have any physical or like raw physical or raw energy damage. All of his damage is converted to lightning, so that means that he will not be able to do any lightning immunity stages, and he will not be able to fight any characters that are lightning immunity. That also means that because he doesn't have any penetration, you will be able to, in some ways, you could counter him or kind of counter him with lightning immune characters in things like, well, Timeline Battle. You're never going to see a Beta Ray Bill in Timeline Battle, but Alliance Conquest is an option. So not that many characters have lightning immunity. I believe not even Thor has lightning immunity, which is weird. But yeah, he doesn't have any lightning. He has 50. He has lightning resistance. Yeah, he's got 25. No, he's got 10 lightning resistance, but he's not immune to lightning. Anyways, that's so weird. Storm is the only character that comes to mind. Storm is, I think, 50% lightning immune, and she also gives that 50% immunity to her allies. So yeah, 50% chance to become immune to lightning damage. So she basically has a 50% chance to just completely ignore Beta Ray Bill's damage when he attacks her, and he applies that to all allies. So that's just a little something I wanted to drop out for you guys to know. So that's an interesting thing for him as far as that Shadowland stage goes. Now let's test him out in some world boss action against Ebony Maw here. Obviously, he's not quite ready for stage 99, but could he possibly do stage 20? Now, if he could do stage 20 for me, and I'm going to try it without strikers, then he could possibly do stage 20 or higher for you. Oh, no. No, because he's not level 60? Really? You can use... So it's the 6-star. It's the fact that he's not 6-starred. It's not even level 50 because it's not even level 60 because you can use... Oh, man, this is tragedy. You can use level 1. Like, as you can see, I can use a level 1 tier 1 character. I thought if they were native tier 2, you could avoid... But didn't we take him into the... No, he has to be here. Didn't we take him into on the APK? Didn't we try him out at 5 stars? Or he was 6 stars already. He must have been 6-star already because I had his last attack. Oh, this is lame. Yeah, he's not here. Oh no, that's a tragedy. So you can't even do world boss with him. So you basically can only do Shadowland. Well, let's see how high of a stage you can go on Shadowland. So the first floor I want to test Beta Ray Bill on is floor 15 of Shadowland, because this is always the same stage for every player, no matter what. You're always going to get this one here. I usually clear it with America Chavez, but I want to see if he can clear at least the first part of the stage by himself, because if he can clear the first part, he can arguably clear the second part. And then this is like a really good benchmark for players to know that they are 5-star level 50 Beta Ray Bill with a, average build, like a, nothing spectacular here, will be able to cruise through. Wow. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to test him on a higher stage than 15. Cool. Can Beta Ray Bill do the stage 22 Destroyer Villain Relay? Let's find out. Or this boss mode. He does have the leadership tag. Pretty much every single character in this update, every single new character has the leadership tag. So let's see here. Maybe we've hit the... No, he can definitely do it. Oh my goodness. Wow. 5-star Beta Ray Bill. The free-to-plays have value indeed. You don't need stinking Star-Lord. Don't even finish the epic quest, guys. All we gotta do is get down to half HP by the time before 1 minute 30. And we also have to remember not to cancel any of his skills. With a character that only has 4 skills, kind of like Victorious, you just cannot cancel the skills. I'm not even trying to proc. I should be trying to proc on a particular skill. I think I'm procking on 2 right now. Oh, careful. Got a little cocky there. Now, obviously, Shadowland is not supposed to be that difficult, but especially for newer players, it can be. And I'm sort of making a joke. I'm making a mockery of the difficulty of Marvel Future Fight here, because you're supposed to bring a villain into this stage. If you were to bring a villain, even if they were tier 1, they would be able to do this faster than Beta Ray Bill. Maybe not any villain. Maybe Kingpin wouldn't be this fast, but the fact that he can do this is hilarious. So where will Beta Ray Bill stop? Let's find out. Can Beta Ray Bill do this stage 23 Hero Rumble solo? And this is one of the most difficult rumbles in the game besides the Spider-Verse Rumble, because you've got a lot of CC here. You've got characters that bind, stun, snare. It can be very, very annoying. But as you can see here, his damage is just completely overwhelming. On top of the fact that he has some decent CC himself, and with his immunity, he stops them from doing anything. So yeah, I think we have our answer. 15 seconds in, he can definitely solo this stage. Can Beta Ray Bill solo the all-important Floor 25 entry mode, which is the first stage in Shadowland that requires you to use tier 2 characters? But he's native tier 2. The only annoying part about this level is, of course, Cyclops with his iframe ignore on his third skill, and then in the second half you have Magneto and Storm who love to iframe and sort of leave you in the dust. Now we haven't actually targeted him a little bit. Oh, I think our damage has taken a little bit of a hit. Oh, they're dodging our attacks. Oh no. So you know what? We might not be able to do anything past 24, not because we don't have enough damage, but we just don't have enough hits because everything's getting dodged. So we may have to employ other means of survival here, i.e., here's what you could do to counteract this, because yeah, it doesn't seem like we're gonna do enough damage. Dang. So because he's level 50, he takes a dodge, or he takes a hit penalty, and their dodge just skyrockets. So what you can do to counteract that is you can use a leadership, an ignore dodge leadership like Bullseye or Spider-Man 2099, something like that. Or you could roll a lightning damage ignore dodge obelisk, because ignore dodge would absolutely help you. You don't even need that much. I believe like 30 or 40% would honestly be enough. And then if you had a leadership for 50%, it would be. I'm going to clear this stage, then go to a different stage where my leadership won't affect this. And then I want to show you guys that he can go even higher than 25. So here we go. We're going to try this strategy on stage 26 against this Rocket Raccoon boss with the ignore dodge leadership of Bullseye, which is 50%. And this is actually a really funny stage to try this on because you need high ignore dodge to do damage, because otherwise when the jars give a buff to Rocket, he gets a very high dodge rate, and then he will dodge your attacks and you won't do damage. If you don't have Bullseye, you can use other 50% ignore dodge leaderships like Spider-Man 2099 or Cable, and there's a couple other ones like Gambit and stuff like that, but Bullseye is the easiest one to get. You can also use tier 2 passives. I believe Wiccan has 20% on his tier 2 passive, ignore dodge to all allies. Ronan gives 20% ignore dodge to all allies on his tier 2 passive. And then Ancient One also gives 25% ignore dodge. So you can actually get to 75% here with those two. But we're just going to try it with the 50%. And I want to see if this is enough ignore dodge to make Beta Ray Bill able to go beyond stage 24. And the thing is, he might even be able to go beyond stage 30. That's the other crazy thing here. He may be able to go even higher. So you can see a lot of ignore dodge popping up. We are doing damage. We're doing a lot more damage than we were in the X-Men stage, which is good. Is this going to be enough damage to pull this off? That's the question. I don't know. Now, we could do another stage that doesn't have this dodge penalty, which may end up allowing us to do even more damage. But if he can do this one, then he can do others, which I think would be hilarious. And I think he has really cool animations. It's a shame that his his full unlock, his level 60 unlock, is gated behind such a stupid requirement with the blast books, especially after they intentionally drained our blast books by releasing Professor X and Scarlet Witch back to back. And not everyone is lucky enough to be able to play World Boss for a month and get 10 blast books. Some people just don't get them to drop. So it shouldn't be the player's fault to get punished like that. There really should be a better roadmap for this game. The road mapping in this game is really awful. Whoever is planning updates really needs to have their head checked, because to go, speed, blast, speed is and then another blast. It's like 3 blasts in the last 4 updates. So this is going to be really close to see if we can actually get this down, because we just hit the 130 mark, the halfway mark, when we were just about half HP. We're actually a little bit behind, I think. Maybe we have to get those procs to land on that 4th skill. Maybe we just need to get lucky with a little bit more ignore dodge. Who knows? His 2nd skill seems pretty bad, actually. Or is it his 1st skill? No, it's his 1st skill. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much damage on his 1st skill. And I think that's the skill we're actually proccing on because of the bad timing. I'm going to try to delay his 4th skill Got a proc on that. His damage on those other stages was so disgusting, though. It was so good. This is gonna be close. Splashing a little bit of the auto attack. No. We're not gonna make it. No. No, Beta Ray Bill. So he can't quite do stage 26. That's a bummer. I actually want to try one more. So there's 2 stages here for floor 26. I want to try this one, but this time we're going to queue up Beta Ray Bill, but then we are going to use both Bullseye here, and then we're also going to use, I mean, this is a bit of a waste, obviously. You don't want to necessarily use this many characters, but I'm also going to queue up Ancient One. That's not Ancient One. So now you have 75% ignore dodge, and I want to see if this is enough. Maybe you don't even need the full 75%, because now at least this boss in particular doesn't have high dodge, right? He's still going to dodge some of our attacks, and you're going to see a lot of ignore dodge text flying because he's level 60 and we're not. We're level 50, but I think this stage is going to be more about surviving against those lasers. I think if we can do that, maybe try to proc less on 4 and more. Oh yeah, that's going to be the real problem here. That third skill is really going to be what saves us. And the iframe on 4. But we're going to have to save that third skill a little bit. Uh-oh. The strategy of the free-to-play has awoken in me. It's time to reignite my free-to-play spirit in Marvel Future Fight. Remember when I used to make up wacky teams like this and really try to get the most out of characters? We're back, babe. Ooh. I got dunked. Okay, so maybe stage 24 is sort of the soft cap for him. It gets really annoying after that to really raise up and try to buff his ignore dodge to a point where he can hit those level 60 tier 2 opponents. That's just sort of things that are built into the game to not allow you to just cheese all the content with low level characters. But at the very least, you now know that your Beta Ray Bill, level 50, 4-star mastery with a regular run-of-the-mill build and some Uru, can go at least as far, and he can go that far very quickly. Stage 24 of Shadowland. I was ripping through stage 24 in like 10 seconds. If you remember how that first half of that entry mode went, that was insane. So yeah, good enough, I think. And then you can skip that silly, dumb epic quest requirement and just go on playing the game and getting the rest of your rewards and grinding out stuff for more interesting characters like Silver Surfer or others to come. So let me know what you guys think of Beta Ray Bill. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.